What up, world? You tuned in. South Arkansas Trail Talk. Who messing with me today on this beautiful Sunday out here? Yeah, man, I just want to touch in the world right quick. You know what I'm saying? Reach one, teach one. Like I say, man, you see the heading out there. You know what I'm saying? Facts over theory out there. You know what I'm saying? Going by what you know, not what you hear. You know what I'm saying? Knowing if you're preaching and you're teaching out there, you know what I'm saying, based upon keeping the youth out there, you know what I'm saying, keep them on they pivot out there, keep them on their toes, you know what I'm saying, choose faith over fear out there, you know what I'm saying, that's what I'm on today. Like I said, I just want to touch in the world right quick. Like I say, man, those out there, you know what I'm saying, we live in a time in the world where we trying to catch up, trying to see what's going on. Like I say, do you think these days that us always over there worry about Israel, worry about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in Ukraine and all that? Do you think these days that Israel, do you think they really run the U.S. over here? And we just been playing catch up through the politic world, knowing that we ain't did no politics in all the years. We just have to settle for being in the U.S. or what we go through, what we have to deal with on day terms out there. And like I say, man, I just want to touch on giving people facts, you know what I'm saying, or fiction out there. Like I say, a lot of people, and it's for your town out there, if you call worry about the Charlie Kirk situation and you haven't had no facts with the Charlie Kirk situation, I'm going to give you an insight of Charlie Kirk based upon, like I say, some people look at his Christian values out there. Some people look at, you know what I'm saying, what he stands for. And I just want to touch on, I just feel like it's some BS in certain spots. Just like we go touch on far as the race card out there with, you know what I'm saying? What's up, my nigga Dub? I see you, homie. You know what I'm saying? But we go touch on the facts of what he feel about black people. Like I say, man, first, I'm going to go with black fathers being in the household out there. Shit, you can go look at the studies yourself. Like I say, man, research the facts about Charlie Kirk or what he was saying about black people. You would know the difference on what kind of agenda he was pushing out there. Research the facts out there before you speak. Say this was a good person. These for all the Trump supporters out there that thinking Charlie Kirk didn't do nothing wrong. Yeah, I admit I get to him in spots of black people being lazy. You know what I'm saying? We know that as a community. We know there's black people out there, but black people being lazy, yeah, we can understand that point. But black fathers that's been in our kids' life, shit, I think we the highest rate out there when you go do your research, other than listen to what Charlie Kirk was saying about absent black fathers out there. That, you know what I'm saying, when we have our babies, shit, we abandon a black woman out there. Shit, you go do your facts. I think we at 70%. The white race 60%, and I think the Latino race is like 48, 50%. But go do your research out there. And that time, like I say, man, some shit you have to let play out before you speak on it. And like I said, I was gathering facts over fiction out there due to the black race out there. And I'm gonna go with the welfare too, of the welfare, what it was created and what it was created for. Just like welfare was created for white women out there, it was created for the white race at first. It wasn't created for black people. You know what I'm saying? As the acts changed over time, you know what I'm saying, through the years, shit, that's when you got that, you know what I'm saying, they stricted for poverty out there. And it was a poverty, you know what I'm saying, something to get the black women, something from the government out there. And, you know what I'm saying, Latinos out there. And shit, we just became dominant with the government help with them too. But it was designed for the white people, just like it's more whites get food stamps than blacks out there. We don't hear these things because we don't research. And just like Charlie Kirk out there, talk show, shit. It's just like I tell people, radio way powerful than the internet. I'm gonna say that again. That's why I've been trying to get people music on the radio, because some people that's in these suburban cities or these ghettos that ain't up on their technology, or they ain't got technology in the household, shit, their next out is the radio to listen to music. This radio always gonna be here. Before the internet came and all that, radio was already around. So you got so many people with radio shows, podcast shows, all that's connected to the radio. The reason why I bring that up is because he was pushing it through ignorant white people that ain't did no factual checks, or just writing about what they hear about the white man saying about the black man out there. So know the difference out there when it comes to the Charlie Kirk situation, of knowing that ignorant white people go believe what they hear. So, and it's a shame that when he first died, that they was all thinking that, you know what I'm saying, the black people had something to do with it. They was thinking the universities, putting universities on lockdown, thinking it was gonna be a race war. And shit, it was even people on the internet already ready to go to war with black people. And shit, whole time their own race did it. And shit, we gotta know how this fit be weaponized now due to the crime rate. You ain't never heard no mass murder shooting, no sniper shooting from no black people. I think it's been done, but you know, that ain't something to be talked about. But you gotta understand, shit, the white race been dominant for it. Is burning down Wall Streets, shit, hanging people doing slavery. And we gonna go into the Christianity world. I wanna touch on that today. Show for my black people that follow Christ out there. These for the black people that follow Christ out there, believing that Christ got them through. Like I tell people, it's one God. I don't care if you Islam, whether you Buddhist, whether you atheist. It's only one God out there. Shit, we all just learn it a different way. We believe in what we believe in our own way, but you got to understand, it's just one God out there. And dealing with Christianity, the love of Christ, shit, people follow Christ. That don't mean they have to be Christianity for this, the whitewash way, or what's the racist way, or what goes on pushing the Bible narrative through the campaigns out there, pushing the Bible the narrative out there, to push hate out there. And we got to know the difference between pushing love and pushing hate out there. Like I say, with the Charlie Kirk situation, a lot of people, they probably were looking at, I'm going to say with the facts of, like I say, with the welfare, it's more whites on welfare than blacks. That was designed for white people at first. And then, like I tell people, it's more black fathers in a household, you know what I'm saying, than any other race. You can go do the studies, go do your research. Like I say, this facts over fiction out there today. And shit, like I say, man, we got to get it. Our black women are not ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Our black people out there educated. Shit, everything he was saying about black people out there, shit, go do your research and see what kind of campaign he was pushing out there before you just speak on it. Like I say, man, shit, white people were ready to ride like black people actually did. Man, black people didn't know who Charlie Kirk was till now. But then you got to think about the Black Panther movement, where it was more than one leader that was pushing that narrative with the Black Panther. They took them down. They took the leaders down. They took the important people down, took the next down. So imagine that it's Charlie Kirk out here pushing the narrative. Shit, imagine it's probably 100 more Charlie Kirks that ain't been talked about, that ain't gonna be talked about due to the racist narrative of what going on. What's up, y'all? What's up, Alicia? I see you out there. And like I say, man, you got to know what narrative, what campaign pushing to not let us look ignorant out there. And people were speaking before they know shit, even race wars going on with different shit. This for the people out there wouldn't have to keep clashing with the other race out there. Like I say, if you went to school, white and black, you understand the trend of being ignorant out there. And if you smart like them, you can't be mad because, you know what I'm saying, the world is, you know what I'm saying, built on choice out there. And like I say, yeah, we in the criminal place of that, but you got to understand, uh, we don't make up 50% of the U.S. We only make up 13 to 15% of the population, even in the crime. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, black people ain't causing the most crime in America. It's more white people causing way more crime, just like we've been blackballed for years on the news when it come to homicides, when it come to anything that black people do. You know how they try to make it the main topic of the news, and you don't never hear about white crime, white on white crime. You don't never hear about Latino crime. They're only always pushing the black narrative to make us look like the race not to be trusted. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, 15%, 13% of crime is all we always bring to the table. Shit, and we're taking over America. We couldn't never take over America. Shit, this they country. Shit, and we'll go to the pilots out there, the black pilots out there. Man, it's more black pilots, more than you think. It might not be that many in the U.S. It might not be that many as you unseen before. And you know what I'm saying? People that don't get on the plane and they say they're used to a white man flying it, they're ready for a white man to fly, or they'll get off the plane thinking, you gotta understand, it don't matter what race you is out there, you gotta go to school, you gotta get tested, you gotta be qualified to fly a plane. You just can't take a test and say, oh, they picked that nigga over there, oh, they picked that Latino over there. No, they were qualified. Like I say, more black pilots all over the world. There more than whites you might see. You might just see them in America, more white pilots. But then you got a lot of black pilots that, you know, fly jets. Everything that's got to do with flying, same way in the ocean out there. You have to be qualified. Everybody have to do the same training. They have to do the same training. Shit, I think they were talking about, oh, they had to accept black pilots, or they had to say Latino pilots, or black females, or Latinos, any other race, Asian, that we was getting on it. They had to lower the playing field out there based upon they had to make it about the people of, oh man, shit, we have to get other people so we won't be classified as sexual discrimination, or, you know what I'm saying, even when it comes down to the disabled, they always try to lower the playing field so everybody have a chance. But what about the ones be qualified out there? Salute everybody. I'll read your comments later. You know what I'm saying? Put them down there. We'll talk about them tonight on part two. I heard that's for everybody want to get involved in the conversation out there. But like I say, man, black pilots is just qualified as white pilots out there. Shit, some people out there thinking that him saying that about black pilots out there, like we ain't qualified out there. You gotta know what kind of narrative you pushing for the U.S. out there. And like I say, man, Charlie Kirk, you know what I'm saying? Even if you pushing hate out there, it's for the people that will believe in it and pushing it on the youth out there. Like I tell people all the time, hate is taught. So tell your kids at home. This for all that got the kids. They have to go back to school and all they talking about Charlie Kirk this, Charlie Kirk that. Shit, tell everybody, do they research, do they fact check, you know what I'm saying, know what kind of narrative we're pushing, know which way he felt about black people out there, or Latinos, or Asians. Like I say, man, America divided now. And like I say, this act of what his wife, true enough, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, you know what I'm saying, prayers to his wife and kids and all the kids that was out there that saw this brutal attack on TV, the sniper attack. You know what I'm saying? Some of them have to live for it. If they got their own phones now, they probably done seen it and probably realized that we divided and that was white on white crime, that they ain't go spin the narrative on the news 24/7, making white on white crime look bad, but they'll damn sure do it for black on black crime. And see us that united, we can't let hate be built up in our heart now. The race out there, about the race war, about what other people feel about our, you know, circumstance and this 400 years. We gotta let that go. And like I say, man, people losing their jobs out there for having opinion. Shit, even talk show hosts being canceled just by having an opinion about Charlie Kirk. It might not be like Trump's now. You pushing hate speech. You be like, man, how is people pushing hate speech for having their own opinion? And a lot of people seeing they being canceled based upon them having an opinion about Charlie Kirk. But then when they go do their research, they can't, the white people ain't go, you know what I'm saying, understand that, hey man, he was pushing hate speech towards black people, Asian, Mexicans out there. You know what I'm saying? He was pushing against Latinos out there, pushing against all races out there. And like I say, man, black fathers in the household more than any other race. I don't know why you think the black fathers, they come, they show up. We've been clowning. You go do your research. You know what I'm saying? Scholar statistics out there. And he'll never, ever compare to Brother King out there, Martin Luther King out there. Shit, he got, there's plenty of motherfucking streets now. Shit went down in history. Martin Luther King, he got more love than Kaepernick, and people, they everything united now. He got more love than pushing the agenda that they was pushing, and a lot of it wasn't right because, you know, every time somebody try to fact check him, he always don't want to talk about that. He always want to be argumentative about facts out there. So you got to understand, even when he got sniper, and rest in peace to him, like I said again, shit, they were asking about mass destruction. Shit, do you know anything about black people know about mass destructions? Have you seen black people do any mass murders all over the U.S. where they went in, they killed everybody out there, and we was talked about you? Have you noticed? That's why it probably was slap in the face for them to storm the Capitol and then nothing happened, and then all of them got pardoned back out. You got to understand, it's all going on in America, shit, right in our face, and we got to understand we'll never have the power they got. Shit, they'll always have us divided with the Republicans, with the Democrats. First, it was the Democrat Party that everybody was loving. Shit, then it's the Republican Party. Then they make it as the Democrat parties was built on the Ku Klux Klans. And then you got to think about the Republican parties. It's built for the rich out there. And if you in the ghetto and you broke and you looking for a way out of poverty, you looking for a way and a better way and a better sense, I advise people, you know what I'm saying, be self-sufficient, go back to school, learn what you don't know, you know what I'm saying, don't be ignorant all your life. No matter if you're 50, 60, shit, chase your goals out there. Shit, go back to school. Shit, you never know how fast you can learn something. Same way of pushing these buttons on the phone now. And like I say, man, we might be real-time smart out there and probably real-time know how to live, far as grow our own food out there, far as, you know what I'm saying, know how to, you know what I'm saying, save and conserve, far as know what's healthy, know what to eat now. Now you might got the youth now push the buttons, but they don't know how to take care of themselves. Shit, they don't even know how to go to the doctor for themselves. That's what be our problem as black people. Shit, we be so used to our mama and daddy taking us to the doctor. That's the only way we can know if we healthy. And then after they get to the position where they can take themselves here, you gotta know how fast they'll go before you know it. They done got sick over time, or they went to taking care of themselves. Show the ones that move out early or get in the streets early or get on drugs early. Shit, they not taking care of themselves properly no more. So before you know it, shit, we about 25, 26 trying to take care of ourselves when we should have tried that younger. And salute the parents that stay on their kids about going and get their body checked out and get their mind checked out, knowing if they got a result to street drugs such as weed out there. I advise all the weed smokers, salute all the weed smokers. Salute all the weed smokers that gave themselves the habit. Salute all the weed smokers that can maintain their habit out there. Salute all the weed smokers that can quit based upon, they can quit when they want to, and they know all the tricks and trades if they have to pass tests out there. Some people rather just go straight through and know that it's marijuana, medical marijuana, cards these days people can get. to where shit, they might be diagnosed with a depression out there. But salute all the weed smokers that can maintain out there. And you gotta understand these days, if youngsters go resort to weed out there, know that's the gateway to drugs. Just cause you can't get weed or you ain't getting high or your anxiety done got too high, well you need too much weed now. Now you want to resort to other drugs out there for this popping pills or for this, you know what I'm saying, drinking syrup or for this thinking or snorting powder or, you know what I'm saying, smoking meth out there and you think you can maintain it. And shit, if you started on vapes out there, knowing that if you got the vapors and you started on vapes, shit, knowing that they making people sick through their lungs out there, it mess with your lungs over time. So I advise people, shit, educate the youth out there that knowing vaping out there can make you sick, much as smoking cigarettes. Now you catch people, it's bad for you either way, but vaping is more worse than smoking cigarettes. People be smoking cigarettes for years. Shit, they might have complications with their lungs over the years, but vaping, you get there faster now. And it's, you know what I'm saying, development through the youth. Show putting all the flavors in your body and shit, all the different flavors of cigarette smoke in your body. You gotta ask yourself, shit, what person wanna, if they were making cherry cigarettes back then or grape or all these so-called berries and everything, you know, if people don't like flavor cigars out there, they make them sick a lot. Shit, they take the potency out the weed. Show if you got some good weed. Don't nobody love no flavor cigars. And all the wood smokers out there, I salute you out there. But you know how niggas be thinking they too good. They don't smoke nothing but backwoods or smoke the good cigars. Then they over here in the pom-poms. Stay out the pom-poms then. Stay out the cheap cigars. Don't come over here trying to get back with the cheap cigars after you can't get no backwood. You know how niggas be acting like they too good for a cheap cigar. They don't act like that they don't even fuck with cheap cigars. Nigga, you ain't got no goddamn money. You gonna be fucking with some cheap cigars. But like I say, man, make sure you educate the youth on smoking weed out there and vaping out there and know the difference out there. And like I say, man, us as a community, get your facts straight. Get your facts straight. Go research first. Go research Charlie Kirk on the message and the narratives that he was pushing out there, and then come back and look at your black people, because you might look at shit different when you get to looking at what people out here warring for, what they having race wars about. Shit, some people now, they getting caught in the fame. Shit, don't let this Facebook pump you up. Keep pushing the race narrative out there. Shit, get back to the money. Shit, say fuck them white folks. Let's get back to the money. This for all my partners out there. If we got anything going on, fuck them white folks. Let's get back to the money. Now, if you mad or you worry about them in your pocket now, and they ain't trying to, you worry about them trying to ball block you now, shit, I can understand that. But to then, fuck them white folks. Let's get back to the money. Real talk. And the reality that go with that is knowing if people got other shit going on, they ain't worried about what's going on with Charlie Kirk. They trying to get a dollar out here, or people, this stuff going on in the world with racist stuff. And if you was the boss of certain shit and you knowing you was the boss, shit, the pay don't stop. People still be wanting to get paid. They don't care what you're going through. They don't care what you're going through. They still be wanting to get paid. That's for the people that the boss and trying to put standstill of what they go through in life and think they don't supposed to pay people. Shit, people still looking forward to getting paid. And if you gonna be a real nigga these days and you ain't gonna pay nobody, shit, be real enough to tell them on the internet. Don't front or wait, because you know what I'm saying, your word is your bond out there. And when people lose their word out there, can't keep their word no more, then they be wondering why people don't do contracts, because people can't keep their word no more just by a high and by a yes or no out there. So know if you keeping your word out there, your word is your bond. That's all you have in life. But like I say, you're the boss of shit. Make sure people get paid, even if it leaves you nothing out there. But like I say, man, get back to the facts over theory. And like I say, man, we can't let people that follow Christ out there let Christ think Christ's fake out there. Like I say, man, I believe in the manual. I believe in the Bible. I don't believe everything in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I don't live in a religious chain. Shit, I don't live with a chain on my leg. I don't live with a chain on my mind. You know what I'm saying? It's all about elevating your mind and getting to the next level. But like I say, black people, Christ is real. Shit, we pray for real. We live Christ for real. You know what I'm saying? We don't celebrate motherfucking death. A lot of people celebrating death. Show we respect the person that you was when you was on this earth. That's what we celebrate when we do funerals. We don't celebrate what you died for and all the hate you put out here. None of that. And it's a damn shame that people celebrating Charlie Kirk like he was more important than Martin Luther King. They didn't even do that for King out there. There's a lot of stuff they didn't do for King out there. And to take his statue down and make it look like King didn't do nothing now because somebody was pushing a narrative that the president involved with now, so he feel like the narrative is way more important to Martin Luther King that fought for civil rights out there. And knowing we got to go back in our history sometime before we just close up chapters out there. Like I say, man, a Christian man is not going to push hate. Nigga, if you're Islam, you cannot go push hate. People be always holler Islam is more about the black. That's why don't nobody believe in it and don't nobody follow. Man, Islam is more for Christ. The more you think based upon, they not for to do the whitewash no Christ. They not for to do the whitewash Christ. They not for to do lies out there that, you know what I'm saying, we was taught or the masses probably been. Yeah, man, you can't let the country, you know what I'm saying, be divided from Christianity out there. That's where we at, man, on far as how we look at the world now, because the world looking divided. Everybody don't know who they can trust. And like I say, man, if you grow up with white people out there, shit, you got to respect that, you know what I'm saying, it's biracial couples now, but you never can forget about the 400 years. Like I tell people, I advise you, go do your research first, you know what I'm saying, about facts over theory. Just like I want to tell people, black men, black fathers is the #1 people in the household. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we gotta let you know it's more white women that's on welfare than black women. You know what I'm saying? And welfare was created for the white race. It wasn't created for black people. We gotta go do our facts out there, and we gotta go do our facts with the pilots out there. It's a lot of black pilots out there in the world. It ain't just a few, it's a lot. It might just be a few in America. It's a lot of them in Europe. It's a lot of them in Africa. Shit, go do your research. You go know that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to put that out there. I want to put facts out there. Like I say, man, get the kids hope out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people, hate is taught at home, man. You know what I'm saying? You pushing the world, man. And like I say, even the white people listen to radio. Some people ready to go to war with something they don't even know what they hear first, or what they think, what they thought. Shit, whole time it's their own race. Like I say, we ain't a bark in the fight. We just a part of America. Is wondering, could we take over America? No, man, we can't take over America. We tried. And their crime rate is higher than ours, no matter if we black on black crime. Like I say, man, a lot of people being canceled out there for having their own opinion out there. I advise you, before you speak, say something. Shit, you have to have your receipts with your, you know what I'm saying, your facts out there, because people think that you pushing hate or you pushing, you know what I'm saying, race hate out there. And if you had encounters with race hate out there, it's understandable, you know what I'm saying, to stay in your lane. But shit, you got to get back to the money. You don't want it that control your narrative where it got a nasty taste in your mouth. Now you can't get rid of the nasty taste because you study pushing of what they pulling out of you. And the whole time you can be pushing love. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say faith over fear. You know what I'm saying? Choose God, love out there. Shit. And I can tell you, man, Christianity, what is Islam, what is Buddhist after this, shit, what is ancestry. Shit, ain't #1 God out there. I always knew it's one God. And God is no color. So anytime we put a color on God, we automatic losing each other. And what he was pushing, if it was just for God, then it wouldn't have been no color involved in it. So imagine, man, if we all following God and following one God, we know we ain't following no color out there. You know what I'm saying? We following what's in the soul out there and what's spiritual. So I advise people, do your spiritual journey and knowing that you ain't moving off no color, you moving off God's love, you know what I'm saying, God's mercy, God's grace out there, you know what I'm saying. And the older you get, you know what I'm saying, no matter what you was taught, do your own research out there with the Bible, shit, give other religions, and you know what I'm saying, give them a chance, see what they about. Like I say about Islam, shit, Islam can teach you a lot about how to take care of your body out there. Show about getting rid of the poison that we eat on Sundays and all. We don't even know how much poison we eat. We just know that Christianity can't make us lose weight. We don't know this. We just know where we keep our faith at in the youth, where we keep our faith at in the people out there. Like I say, people be making us sound bad as a race, but we undid a lot too that we might don't get the credit for. But like I say, man, you gotta shake the monkeys off your back. That's the main thing come out in the world, man. Even when people shake the monkeys off their back and knowing that we're in a bad space in America right now, shit, just know how to stay out of shit, stay low, stay sucker free out there, stay on your pivot out there. Like I say, man, live for God, you know what I'm saying? Live for love out there, you know what I'm saying? That's where we at, it's people, that's where we at in Arkansas. Like I say, man, let's get back to the money, let's stay united, whether you're a blood, whether you're a Crip, whether you're a G, just know if you're solid G, solid Crip, solid blood, shit, pay attention to the narratives of these youngsters out here, same ones that still killing on each other, black on black crime, but shit, they don't want to face their licks, or they want to take everybody down. Shit, you do the crime, do your time. Shit, 100% in Arkansas. Shit, niggas can't snitch their way out of these new crimes now. Shit, they gonna get 100% regardless, even if they get probation. Shit, your ass still go get, it'll be hard on probation. So I advise people, you know what I'm saying, just stay out the way. Shit, sometimes you gotta just let the old habits go. Shit, know where you need some help at. Shit, some people don't be want to accept when they need help. They'll keep denying and being in denial. Like I say, man, step one, $1 million powerless. That's over any drug out there. Always remember that prayer, you know what I'm saying? God grant me the surrender to accept things I can't change, the courage to change things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Shit, I think anybody that know that prayer, that know they'll never go wrong, just gotta do the steps to make it complete. But man, this South Arkansas Trill Talk, like I say, man, go do your research out there. Shit, man, and never push hate, you know what I'm saying? Shit, always live in faith, not fear out there. And shit, you know what I'm saying? Reach one, teach one. Man, part 2 coming in. You got any questions you want to ask? Shit, hit me up, man. We gonna get all into it. Shit, you want to be added to the screen, let me know. Shit, I invite you to the screen. This South Arkansas Trill Talk. Like I say, I just spit the trill. And like I tell people, shit, I'm editing all my interviews now. Shit, I do a lot of live shit. So if you want to see some, shit, you have to start practicing on my channels. And if anybody out there want to get their content remixed, let me know. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Show if you been grinding this music world and you want to present your stuff with a new package out there. You want me to remix your content? You want me to show you how to eat now? Hit me up. Yeah, this South Arkansas Trill Talk. We out. Like, share, comment. 1.